Okay, the system. I was listening to a video just. I paid for the lights. I'm gonna pay for the light bill end of the year. So if I was taping it with my camcorder, you would not know I'm taping it with my camcorder. But if I'm gonna tape it inside the system of YouTube, it's like you throw water outside and I come and throw water on top of it. I did not take the water what you throw out in the street. I only come and dump my own water on top of it. So it's the same street. Nothing is stolen and nothing is missing. So you put a song out there, and that song is what manipulates me to create a baby. So I have an opinion about the outcome of their song, which is made by Whitney Houston, a song that I love in the past, and I used to play it and end up having sex with the ghosts that come to get me pregnant. But I noticed something just listening to the two girls, because Whitney Houston was the body the system used to entertain us. When you already use her with all the songs and you use Bobby Brown as well, and you put the two of them together and then you abuse them with the energy that abuse most people, it's sad. Sometimes somebody have an energy that is a drug addict and 10 years later they say they are clean. Well, it's because they take the same drug addict energy and put it in other bodies because they want to make them fucked up to stay off, and their fans will not like them because the way how they act when they go in public. It's easy, and then you can take their fans and hand it over to the next one. I was listening to this song, Identical Voice. When Whitney Houston was singing, Jennifer Hudson was not singing in the big screen.
Above all this, I wish you love. And
in case it's too loud, let me put the volume down and tape that part again.
above all this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Now, let's finish with that and let's take this voice. Do you know this is the future mother of Michael Jackson? Oh yes, people. The soul. The soul they said exit in Europe. The soul they say came from Michael Jackson. Jennifer Hudson was pregnant. She was standing in a stage with a memorial for Michael Jackson. She was pregnant, a very big pregnant. She have a baby boy. Right now, they're giving the baby all the energy that Michael Jackson used to be. 1 month old, 6 month old, 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. And then they said the little boy, he started dancing. Age 10, 12, we started singing. But trust me, if they coming up with 2012, they want to make sure most of you will not see it when it arrives. On the other side, they will see it. But on the other side, that they're planning to scrap and pretend it is 2012 because they don't want you to see what's going to happen. Let's say Michael Jackson is really dead, but the voice is not dead. The soul is not dead. They copy the body from her, the little boy, and she have a beautiful voice. And they put her in the middle of the stage, and now they're raising that boy. He's coming up. By the time he is 30, to reach the age that is perfect to entertain the population, she, 30 years later, she's not sexy anymore. She will be there. And when the boy gonna get 100 women pregnant, you can see it. I mean, he's 30, they let him have sex with 100 women. 100 women, they get pregnant and they have all these children. But at the end of the day, you can see nothing missing in the boy. He's not pregnant, nothing touch him, he's still the same. He just wastes out 1,000 sperm out. But a guy is gonna give the orgasm out, his body doesn't shrink, only when they send him up there to pretend he's getting old, because they put all energy in the body to deceive the people. But if a woman that is pregnant, her body is not the same anymore, but the guy body will still be the same and hold the baby and say, I'm Papa. But there was a Jehovah's Witness woman on my door just with a black girl that looks so much like another black girl I know. I have a very long conversation with them, over half an hour. They were interesting in what I had to say, but the woman is telling me, when I say to her, I say, I know you believe the Bible is 2,000 years old. Well, you are 52 years of age, you tell me. I asked her age, she's 52. The woman, they said, died in a graveyard. I posted a video a couple of days ago. A girl I saw in a graveyard. Her mother died. The mother is 51. Well, this woman that is 52, she used to be the 51. The 50 become the 51, and then they said the 51 is dead. But the one that became the 52 was the 51, did not die. She just changed her face. The body that is behind, which nobody knows, is what became the victim. She was 51. She was there doing everything the whole year. As soon as she handed the 51 to the one that was 50, and the 51 is dead. It's sad. Because the minute when the 51 is dead, the 50 behind just become the 51 again. So when someone fall off the list, the world doesn't stop. I was talking, and she say, I understand what you're saying, but we believe the Bible is real. She's from Bridges, the woman. She's from the UK, only live in Holland. She's telling me, she says, if God did not write the Bible, why the things what they say will happen 2,000 years ago, why it happen now? I say to her, well, 53 years ago you was not here. The one who writes the Bible 60 years ago, they know you was still inside your mother's stomach when she was 20 years of age in the school. 10 years later they get you out. They know when you become 52 you're gonna walk around with the Bible, so they change the Bible. They tell you 2,000 years ago. I said to her, do you really believe the paper in the Bible, if it's 2,000 years old, why the hell it still looks so new? If someone printed new, doesn't it say someone take the time to tell you it's 2000 years, if the oldest person is not 2000 years, why will you ever believe when someone find a letter and say this letter is 2000 years ago? And then she listened, and I say a lot of other things, but I know they will never be the same anymore. Because the black girl was listening, everything what I say. So I call it the white man, which is just a white woman become a white man, fool the black girl. She's now about 30 years of age. And now another black girl tell the black girl what the black girl know. I say the black girl gonna go to the church, but that black girl will never think the same way anymore. So the memory will stay with them, but when they fall asleep in the night, they forget me. But when they wake up, when they have to go preach to somebody, they will know the difference between preaching and between not. She says to me, well, people do die, they get everlasting life. I say, it depends. You get everlasting condoms in the bedroom, but every time you have a different direction, a different name, a different school. Where they pop you, they can send you in heaven in this world. You become the child of the pop star, but you don't have freedom. Or you become the child of the poor woman in the streets that have freedom. I say you can choose. I say the point is, I know you believe your value, but you cannot change what I believe. I'm not trying to change what you believe, but try to understand. I'm telling you what I know, and you better tell your children, because the day when you die, you're not dead. Your children are dead. She says, so when I die, my children don't exist. I said, no. The day when you die, you're just sleeping. Your children are bleeding. If you love your children so much, why you don't wake up and say, honey, stop crying, I'm not dead, I just become a child? I say, if you will just lie there and you don't move, they're bleeding. I say, you better tell your child and understand. The Bible is here to babysit you. When you are 30, you're not walking around with the Bible. They make a photocopy out of you. Your daughter is now sexy, and now they give you the Bible to go preach to other people. So she listened, and then they come in, they sit down, I give them tea, and then they left. But to the system, you create Whitney Houston, and you create Jennifer Hudson, and now her son is going to become the future Michael Jackson. The voice that belongs to Michael Jackson, the songs that belongs to Michael Jackson, 30 years later, they're going to play it back. But they want to make sure all the ones who know Michael Jackson voice, and know Michael Jackson music, and know Oprah Winfrey show, everything what we already watch, they're going to make sure we all become the little children, so they can play back the same sick game. Everything they have to babysit people, it's already finished. Now it's only to kill the adults that know the songs, so they can play back on our children that they stole on the other side. I know one thing for sure. This life, the ones who print in Bible and Quran and stuff, they're not stupid. If I tell people about the Bible, if you open the Quran, you cannot make any single word out of the Quran. I mean, it's the same, right? If the English person can never translate what's in the Quran, doesn't it say they want to make sure you don't understand each other? So when you wake up, you can never tell the Muslim. I know they have somebody who translates, but trust me, it's not everybody who understands the language. It's not anybody. In one country, there's more than 100 cities. You can wake 10 cities up, but you cannot wake the rest of the city. So sex will be there. Creation in the bedroom will be there. The same mind game will be there. So, but to the system that send the British woman to preach to me, I'm telling you, your British sister is not the same anymore.